Her Excellency Retno Marsudi, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Indonesia, Her Excellency Sri Mulyani Indrawati, Minister of Finance of Indonesia, respected guests and my fellow students both from Indonesia and abroad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and warm greetings to you all. It is a great honor to stand before you today in this distinguished venue, addressing an audience of brilliant students, esteemed policymakers, and experts who share a commitment to shaping a better world. I am truly grateful for this opportunity to discuss an issue of critical importance in today's interconnected world: the role of regional organizations in global stability. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nadia Sofiana and I am a student at Universitas Islam Negeri Sunan Ampel, Surabaya. Today, I stand here with the hope of inspiring deeper engagement in regional diplomacy and economic integration, particularly among young leaders and decision makers. Distinguished guests, regional organizations have become essential pillars in shaping global politics. Organizations such as ASEAN in Southeast Asia, the African Union (AU) in Africa, and Mercosur in South America are not just economic alliances. They are strategic platforms that influence peace, security, and economic growth on a global scale. These organizations allow nations to collaborate, amplify their voices, and negotiate collectively in international arena. First, let us discuss peace and stability. Regional organizations serve as mechanisms to prevent conflicts and promote diplomatic solutions. ASEAN, for instance, has played a crucial role in maintaining stability in Southeast Asia by fostering dialogue and cooperation among its members. Similarly, the African Union (AU) has led peacekeeping efforts and diplomatic interventions to prevent conflicts across the African continent. Mercosur, although primarily an economic bloc, has strengthened political ties among South American countries, reducing regional tensions. These organizations demonstrate that stability is best achieved through cooperation, not confrontation. Second, regional organizations are also driving forces behind economic growth and integration. ASEAN has significantly contributed to trade liberalizations in Southeast Asia, attracting foreign investment and fostering regional economic interdependence. Mercosur has created a uneven market, boosting economic opportunities across South America. Meanwhile, the African Union has been actively working to enhance economic cooperation and reduce poverty through initiatives such as the African Continental Free Trade Area. A strong regional economy does not only benefit its members, it contributes to global economic resilience, innovation, and sustainability. Finally, one of the most important roles of regional organizations is their ability to amplify the voices of developing nations on the global stage. In international forums like the United Nations, the World Trade Organization, WTO, and the G20, smaller countries often struggle to be heard. However, when they unite under organizations like ASEAN, AU, or Mercosur, their voices gain greater strength and influence. These organizations provide a collective platform for negotiating fair trade agreements, addressing climate change, and advocating for global reforms. They enable regional cooperation to become a powerful force for global change. Distinguished guests, ensuring peace and stability, driving economic growth through strengthening the global influence of developing nations. Regional organizations are shaping the future of international relations. However, their success depends on the engagement and commitment of policymakers, academic, and young leaders like us. The question is, how can we contribute to this movement? As students, we can start by engaging in discussion on regional diplomacy, learning about global economic policies, and advocating for stronger international cooperation. As policymakers and decision makers, we must prioritize regional integration and diplomatic engagement, ensuring that cooperation between ASEAN, AU, and Mercosur is further strengthened. The future of diplomacy is in our hands. Before I conclude, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the organization of this event, our distinguished guests, and everyone who has taken the time to be part of these conversations today. I hope that the ideas shared here inspire meaningful action and stronger collaboration in the future. Let us work together to build a world that values unity over divisions, cooperation over conflict, and diplomacy over isolations. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.